3, 2.
Welcome to the GOAT Show, the show where we celebrate and debate who are we going to stand behind. Are we going to stand behind the 45th President of the United States, Donald John Trump?
Is it 45, 47?
45,
Or is it Big E Musk?
Are we going to stand behind Elon, the homie, Big E? If you guys haven't heard, I'm just gonna get right into it because this shit is wild, dude.
Let's get ready to rumble.
My two dads are divorcing. My two dads are breaking up. My two dads are fighting, and I don't know how I feel about it. I feel a little sad for anybody who hasn't heard yet because it just hot off the presses. The bromance between Big D and Big E, it just collapsed today. Complete nuke festival today. Seemed like everything was going well. Maybe there was a little bit of a kerfuffle. Maybe there's a little bit of one of them riding off into the sunset, but it wasn't meant to be. Elon dropping bombs on Donald John Trump. Trump returning fire. Although I think Trump started it, but we'll get into that. All right. Let's just give some background here. Okay. Big, beautiful bill. Big, beautiful bill. It all started when the big, beautiful bill didn't include anything related to Doge spending cuts, budgetary cuts, and which seemed like a bit of egg on the face of Mr. Elon Musk. Now, if you may recall, Big E threw about 250 millies into Trump's, coffers, campaigned for him on the trail, said that Trump was like the father he never had, and that it's the closest he'd ever come to being a gay man. If he was gay, he would be gay for Trump. I think that's what he said, if I remember correctly. That's what he said. It's from the horse's mouth. We'll put it in the show notes. Big bromance secures the win for Trump. Elon, in recent tweets today, said that he felt like if it weren't for him, Trump may not have made it over the finish line to become the 47th president again.
Listen. There is credibility to that statement, but if he's gonna say that, he needs to include Joe Rogan, because if he didn't have Elon Musk support, but he still made it on Rogan and all that still played out, I think he still would have won same way. Joe Rogan was more influential than Elon Musk in deciding
he wouldn't have got Rogan though, in my opinion.
If Elon hadn't thrown support and convinced Rogan to do it,
a lot of people wouldn't have supported him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people who are like center left or center right that are not like far right enough to generally vote for Trump, realized or thought Trump wasn't as far right as they thought because of Elon.
Right. I feel like Elon brought say what MAGA will, but Elon brought the sort of you're right, Fresh, the wider audience of at least the Silicon Valley set. Silicon Valley got behind Trump because of Elon.
Yeah,
the people who voted left, but majority of what they actually believed is central leaning right now because of everything. They swung, they changed their vote this time. They didn't vote Kamala just because they vote blue, no matter who. They're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to vote for Trump. Why not? What's going to happen? We already had him.
Yeah.
What's the worst? Right. Yeah. Let's send it.
Guys like Zuck.
I would argue the brain trust.
But Zuckercuck had he's got a financial incentive to do whatever is beneficial for him and his company. So you can't
happen because of Elon.
Yeah. Well, Elon brought. Okay, so there are a lot of people that I know. Some people that I know who voted for Trump not because of Trump himself, but because of the coalition. Right. The Tulsi Gabbard anti-war, the Elon Musk, Doge cut thingy, the the Joe Rogan set, voting for somebody who respects men, the shit like that. He brought a coalition of all these different people together, and a lot of that was Elon. I mean, Elon was out there campaigning in Pennsylvania and spending money at the, to get that state and everything. It was, I mean, again, it wasn't all Elon. Obviously, Trump's a star in his own right and always has been. But he definitely lended a pretty important hand. And I do agree with him that he helped secure that victory. He broadened that coalition enough to where a lot of different people may not have ever thought about voting for Trump, voted for him because they thought they were going to get and maybe it's still coming, but like David Sachs handling all the crypto shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big reason I was like, okay, I want to be in that court because I want some crypto clarity and regulation, that is whatever gonna help shit, right? So I don't know, man. I definitely feel like I can speak for certain people that I know where it was not so much Trump himself, but this coalition of people that were around Trump that, hey, the Angela McArdle, and to be fair, he did keep Trump kept the promise about freeing Ross Ulbricht, right? That was a factor. I don't know about the Department of Education. That was the other promise he made, but we'll see what happens with that. So anyway, getting back to it, election done. Since the election, it's been Doge this, Doge that. Elon's taking a lot of fire, man, for taking a stance and picking a side. Took a lot of fire, slings and arrows. And then when it came to Doge and he started taking away that USAID money, man, started really taking fire. People be blowing up Teslas, on election day, right after inauguration.
Stocks took crazy hits multiple times.
Yeah.
All to help this guy, and
Bro.
it seems like and then for him to blatantly lie too, right? Like for Trump to come out and be like, oh, it's because of the EV cuts, when like that's not what it is at all.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about and then we'll get into all the nitty-gritty details of today. But it seems like the turning of a falling out is really this big, beautiful bill that Trump has been pushing, talking about. And really, at the end of the day, we've talked about it before in the show. If you check the last show before that, there were no Doge cuts, no budgetary cuts at all, from what I understand. Okay. Now, and I think they've said since, or they said that they're going to do it later, or whatever. I don't know, but there are no budget cuts. And the whole point of the Doge thing, I think that really was what Elon was going after. I agree with you, Fresh. I don't think it's these EV cuts and all that shit. I think it's he wanted Doge to work. He wanted a more efficient government. They did all this shit. He took a lot of hits for this and lost a lot of money. And they didn't even put a single cut in this beautiful bill. And then Trump's pushing this big, beautiful bill. He's like pushing it when there's nothing related to Doge in it. And so that seems to be the initial fracturing between, the initial fissure between him and Trump. It seemed like Elon was just kind of, taking the hit, taking it on the lip, being a good boy, trying to keep it civil. He was in the Oval Office. He was very gracious to Trump. And then I believe the day before yesterday, he just couldn't take it anymore. He just couldn't take it anymore. He said the bill was, what is it, an abomination? Is that what he said? A disgusting abomination? Publicly tweeted this. Can't take it anymore. He literally said, I can't take it anymore. Can't fucking take it anymore. This thing is an abomination. And I think that's probably where, and then I think from there, that's when Trump, Trump, if you ain't in line with what he's in line with, he's gonna massacre you. He's gonna Rand Paul you. He's gonna say you're the worst person ever. You should be primaried. Even though I side with Rand and Massey pretty much on everything. Yeah, and with Elon, he basically said he was midlon. He's mid. That's what he said.
We know that's not true, though, right? Like we know that's not true. So
listen, I still am not 100% sure that that's a true fucking post that's not been altered or edited and circulated 100 million times.
Well, let's. I
But
gotta check Truth
it
Social.
says, let me find the exact post that I shared to you guys. I don't even have my phone on me. It's crazy.
This is what he said on. This is what Trump said on Truth Social. This is the okay. So this is not even the final like nuke that was thrown. This is pre-nuke. Okay, from Elon. But Trump said on Truth Social, he says Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. And then Trump tweeted out, or truthed it out, or I don't know what you call it. He says, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Oh, man. And when he said that, because of Elon saying that the bill is shit, Elon responded by saying, what did this motherfucker say? I could not believe that. I didn't even think this was a real tweet. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, what? This is some yay shit right here.
This is what he said. Okay. He said Yahtzee.
What are the chances that they're in communication? It's not zero, right?
Bro,
okay. So
this is super Sun Tzu level art of war tactics.
Okay, this is either okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like the chances of them.
Get there.
Well, let me say what Elon dropped. Okay, let's just say I want to read it accurately. I want to make sure I don't say the wrong. I don't know. Well, damn, he's gonna
I'll be right back. I'm gonna find my phone so I can communicate. I'm listening.
It was a dare.
What did Elon?
He said here's the tweet. Reason why.
Oh, this is the exact tweet. Okay, so today, 9 hours ago, Elon tweets, "Time to drop the really big bomb." At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. This is the part that really got me. Have a nice day, DJT. I mean, he. Dude, Ye was like, please, dads, please stop fighting. Please,
bro, Ye's texting Musk right now, like, hey, bro, I know I said I love Hitler, but you need to chill, dude.
This is one step too far, man.
Dude, if Ye's shocked and wilding out, Ye, man, he learned from you. Jeez.
Nah, bro. Musk been a dog off the leash, if we're being honest, bro. He don't give a fuck about nobody, right? Like and I mean, I understand, but I really think this is like the misdirection before like attacking off guard type shit. Like this is super Sun Tzu type shit to me.
Okay, so I think what you're suggesting, Fresh, is that they may be in cahoots. And look, if Elon, the Epstein list has yet to be, or the Epstein files or whatever, has yet to be released. You got Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, the two heads of the FBI. They be saying they ain't nothing to look at. Epstein did commit suicide, whatever. We're trying to go through vids. We're trying to figure out shit. On the flip side, you have Pam Bondi, who publicly wasn't saying shit, denying shit, but she got caught on a hot mic on a camera by none other than James O'Keefe saying that there's literally tens of thousands of little people pornography, if you know what I'm saying, on the thing. Cheers. I'm gonna need a drink because this shit's wild today. I'll tell you that much,
bro. But look,
I got a delivery from an angel. She's beautiful.
Deezy might have had a few before. He's in that kind of mood. Look, I like it too, though. We need to be in a loving. This is just too much trauma, man. This is like
I'm
trauma.
Chilling. I met Mike Tyson today, bro. I shook his hand. He's a warrior of death, but I shook his hand today, and he was high as I am right now.
He did.
He was vibing, bro.
Where we?
And he signed my gloves for everybody watching, I got signed gloves that I used to train. Look at that. It's me with Mike Tyson.
Tyson. Look, if
It
these
was
two
tight.
fighters can share, be all about.
Look, I look pretty good. I look pretty good next to Mike, bro. Look at my shoulder
Mike
width
Tyson.
to his shoulder width. That's Iron Mike Tyson, bro. I feel like I'm doing all right, bro. He's an inch taller than me, but
and he got these gloves signed, right? Let me see.
I did, bro. We're trying to get him on.
Just a quick detour because this is cool.
We're trying to get him on. If you guys didn't know, we're pandering hard right now to get Iron Mike Tyson on. Talk about his fucking weed company that he just launched. Well, not he just launched, but he's expanding. He's dropping packs out here in AZ now, so you can buy.
Yeah, I mean, we're 15 minutes in. This is a good enough time to start talking.
Bro, it's 15 minutes.
You know you are. Iron Mike, you're always welcome on the show. We'd love to talk to you. You are a goat for sure. So, hopefully we can swing that. I don't know, Deezy. Let's figure it out. Let's see what we can do. But bring it back to the topic at hand. I mean, in boxing, right? You got the fake out. Is that what they call it?
No, again, it's art of war, right? It's the misdirection. But also, like, think about this. So they don't, like, Cash doesn't want to release it. This forces them to release it because what do you mean DJT's on this, bro?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Trump's
not saying anything about. He has not said anything about the accusation.
Well, that tells me a lot, right? This is there's a particular group of people who tend to do this, right? They will call you a lot of things, but they will not call you a liar.
All I gotta say is,
and I think that he became one of those people, didn't he?
All I gotta say is, all these government employees who have been withholding the information on anything that you know about the Epstein case, and if it never comes out in the future, you are just as guilty as Epstein himself for that information not being released to the American public. So that's how I feel about it. You might as well have been Epstein if you're not letting this get to the public. That's how I feel.
Okay, so a couple of things I do want to say. So let's say, okay, it's either a true statement or it's not a true statement. Now, a lot of people pointing out, and I've always felt this way, that if they wanted to get Trump on Epstein stuff, they would have released that stuff a long time ago, in my opinion. He had every opportunity in the world. Now, I know that there's some self-incrimination that maybe if you release that, you're going to incriminate some of your own people, but I don't know. If they really wanted to get Trump on that stuff, they would have released all that stuff. So and the cops that were on the case,
the casualties might have been too high on the Democrat side.
Maybe.
It might not be worth it. Like, if you got to sacrifice Biden to get Trump, are you doing it?
No, it's not even just that. It's like
the whole top of the regime.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of young guns who
want
to
Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres, and you know what I'm talking about. The mainstream media, all those people are potentially on that list. Who knows?
All right. Okay, but I'm just saying, I mean, there was cops that were interviewed that said, hey, Trump was the most, like, when they started asking about Epstein, Trump was the first to, give them all the info they wanted. They didn't sense that there's anything wrong. Trump did kick Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. That is on record. So, if they wanted to get Trump on Epstein stuff, look, why would they make up a Russian whatever, P-tape story? Like, just get him on the Epstein stuff and you're done. Donezo. Trump's out, right? I don't know. That's one argument. Now, if it's not true and Elon's just talking some shit, well, no, here's another thing. If it is true and Elon knew about this, it's on Elon for not for continuing to associate with someone that he knew.
Let his little kid be around him.
Yeah.
I don't believe that, man. Yo, right. What did Coach say? Which one of them is the one that wears? All of them. All of them.
If they don't wear the hat, they kiss the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing.
Yeah. I mean, they were visiting on, again, I'm just saying, just based on what we know, what we understand. If either way, Elon does not look good because he's either associating with someone that he knows has a predilection for, you know, whatever, and he had his kid around him and all this stuff, and he was willing to, you know, do all that and deal with that because he wanted to get, you know, whatever. I mean, I don't know. One could argue that that's like, you know, you're doing anything to save your country. I don't know. You know, if he really believes in all the budgetary things.
I want to point out that we did talk about conspiracies and the Black Eye Club and Elon Musk's Black Eye in our last live stream. So if you haven't watched it yet, pause right now because we're live. Go back.
No, keep this window open and then open another window.
Yeah, do that.
Correct.
Yeah.
While you're at it, open up 3 more windows on
and
the big
use
screen
those tabs
TV
and play 3 different episodes.
I have three screens, and I can have 3 windows on each screen.
There you go.
You know,
it's Friday, people. It's Friday. We cutting loose.
Technically,
we getting loose. This shit's stressful, man. I don't like it.
So look,
my two dads are divorcing. You know what I'm saying? It's heartbreaking. My heart is breaking. But okay, let's say it's not real though. Let's say Elon's just talking that shit, right? He's just mad talking that shit. It ain't real. I mean, you know, this is a bridge burner. This is a bridge burner. Or like you're saying, Fresh. This is 20D chess. All right. This is 500D chess. It's not even chess anymore. This is like fucking some alien fucking
Tesseract. This is Tesseract chess.
Nah, bro, it's no longer chess. It's full. It's command and conquer now.
Okay. Speak on it. Preach on it.
You know what I mean? The game. Red alert. Command and conquer.
Explain.
What do I need to explain, bro? If I need to explain it, it's not funny. Go back to Tesseract chess.
Come on now.
Nah, if I gotta explain it, go back to Tesseract chess, bro. If you guys got Tesseract chess and not Command and Conquer,
we got Tesseract.
We're having
like
a red
20,
alert, boys.
40, 70D chess, no, 47D chess.
You guys, this is. Yeah, you're playing into this, and I'm still stuck in the Elon Musk has got into the Black Eye Club, and now he's the opposition because he's taken over by potential alien Krill.
Okay, so there's two. Okay, there's a white hat and a black hat conspiracy going on here. The black hat conspiracy or the black eye conspiracy is that Elon got the black eye. He got the krill in his brainstem. Now he's evil. Now he's acting out. It's over. All right. He's been commandeered psychologically, and he's turning against Trump. So that's one. That's viable option number one. Black hat, black eye conspiracy. White hat conspiracy, as you were talking about, Fresh, is that this is all, as Q would say, the world is a stage. This is 20,000D chess. They're working together. They're in cahoots. He has dropped the Epstein bomb on Trump. Now Trump must prove that he is not involved with Epstein. So he must release all of the Epstein files to prove that he is not culpable in any of this Epstein mess. He must produce them and deliver them to the American people without redaction so that we may exonerate him and decide for ourselves.
Bro, all this is bullshit, bro. We got Lucas in the chat. We're talking about he's talking about Palantir, but did you see the AI shit?
Okay, so
AI shit with that no one is allowed to fucking interfere, pass regulation or restriction on AI for the next 10 years. That's in the big beautiful bill. And that directly benefits Elon Musk. So let's be honest. It does.
But if it benefits Elon for this AI stuff, then he wouldn't oppose the big beautiful bill. But he's really, Elon's really about this shit is going to collapse the United States. We're not going to be able to pay this debt. It's over. Party's over.
Well, that's the same bell that everyone's been ringing. That people have been seeing that coming for a long time. The fact that they're adding to the deficit, there doesn't have to be anything else besides the fact that, okay, does this bill make spending more or less? And if it makes it more, then that's the spiral. That's the end. Doesn't matter how it's organized. can't be adding more to our already deficit and debt. We have a deficit in our income every year, and then a huge debt that we are owed to. Who knows really who we owe that money to?
I mean, Elon saying this bill enslaves every American to debt. We are all debt slaves. But I thought we were already debt slaves. I mean, we got
He
35
also
trillion.
he also said recession by
Oh yeah.
This year.
Oh, you know what else he said? Is
second
Bitcoin going
quarter.
up? Because he said, something about Bitcoin, right? Like that. He's all about like time to put your money in Bitcoin, something like that. I forget what the exact tweet was, but again, what you're talking about, DC, though, is the idea of Palantir, right? And the AI takeover of everything. In the big beautiful bill, it says that local jurisdictions, states cannot do anything to regulate or go against national regulations related to AI, which is a big reason why I think it should be completely killed. That bill should be killed in the fucking Senate.
Yeah.
It hasn't passed yet.
AI should be, there should be a bill that says that should regulate AI to a like towards humility and like fucking the benefit of humanity. Like there needs to be something towards like aiming this fucking technology towards something. Otherwise, this is gonna go crazy. Something. I'm not for government interference, but there needs to be some kind of framework that like makes a goal for the AI. Otherwise, it's just really up to who owns it. What is the goal?
I think that where AI gets really, I don't know, man. Because on the one hand, I'm like, look, AI, it's just a technology, and I'd like say, like in the case of Palantir, they were using AI to help with military stuff. I'm like, that's legit. It's just how you direct the military. Are they going to be a defensive force or are they going to be an offensive force, right? But I'm cool with it being like, look, I don't care if we have a freaking army of drones. Like, I'm cool with that if it's used as a defensive force against, our enemies, not as an offensive force. You know what I'm saying? I want these drones. I'd be seeing these Chinese drone fucking,
It's about the threat, bro. Do you like?
They're doing all this like bzzz and like making formations and like fucking doing lights and like it's like cool. Actually, I kind of want to go to Shanghai.
Like we're not far away that any of the security, anything that we use for security right now in the digital sphere will be cracked immediately by quantum computing. So we're at this weird cusp where like you're talking about using war drones on a network, whether or not it's centralized to the military, like it's a hackable network with data flowing through the air. And there are transmitters in places that like it opens even more security risks than just like a person flying a bomber into the location. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I guess the logic is if we don't have it first, then everybody else is going to get it. And then we're, I don't know. I've never believed
they don't even need. The problem is with this tech is they don't even need to ever develop that technology. All they needed to do is to get good enough at getting into the digital tech that it doesn't matter what we build. If it's something that's not piloted by an actual person, then they could just take over it. They can hack, they could disrupt it. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things like they don't even ever need to develop the tech to have like autonomous drones. They could just get really good at breaking in, deciphering networks, and being involved in our military network that they don't even need to have their own opposition force to that. They could just disarm them.
Right. Well, I mean, they have tools like EMPs and stuff that they're developing so that the drones can fight each other by shooting lasers to take them down. So I mean, but then again,
it's one of those things
where
throwing paper airplanes at each other and shit. Like that's what it's going to turn into. Just us fucking fighting robots in the sky.
Yeah, dude. They just Anduril just revealed like an F-16 looking drone plane that is not piloted by anybody. Like it's AI powered. Like you don't even have to have a human pilot. It just automatically shoots up in the sky. And
You see what Israel just unveiled?
What they unveil?
Jewish space lasers?
Oh.
No,
They got
no,
the-
no. You can say it now because they actually have them.
They have it now, so they can make sure that
Just
you know,
now.
so they
Just
can make
now.
sure that, you know, terrorists don't, you know,
When
fly
did they
in
launch
from
them?
freaking hovercraft, whatever they flew in on, parachute. I'm sorry, I don't believe any. This shit's all fucking. I don't believe any of this shit, man. That's some bullshit. That's like they don't know nothing. All right, whatever. Anyway, so what's the okay? So I got a couple questions for you guys. All right, lightning round. All right, what's the conspiracy you believe? Do you think that it's the krill in the eye? Do you think that it's the it's 20,000 D chess? You know, to get the Epstein files released, or do you think that this is all a gigantic distraction from perhaps the most recent revelation that Palantir is going to be doing everything, is going to be surveilling the American people? Which one do you believe? Or do you think this is legit? Like Trump's a bad dude? You know, time to reveal. Time, you know, Elon's playing his final Trump card. Now that he knows the cunts ain't coming.
I'm in a position where I'm not prepared to predict, but I'm ready to respond.
Okay, so what? Okay, whose side you taking, man? We got to pick a
Oh,
side in this
man.
match. Is it Elon or Donald Trump?
I mean, Elon's making some good pushes for the cause of the American people, but he's also incentivized by other things. And for this to happen out of nowhere doesn't make a lot of sense. I want to know what exactly it was. Trump says it was because he took away the incentives for electric vehicles. But
You think that's, you were saying you don't agree with that, Fresh, right?
and maybe Elon was trying to do a bunch of stuff to prevent him from doing that, but he did it anyway.
He's been asking for that for 8 months.
The
He's
EV
been
mandate
asking,
cuts.
yes.
Okay.
He's been asking for it for 8 months. It is fucking bullshit.
He doesn't care.
Anyway,
Elon don't give a shit.
No, he wants it. Not
The
he
EV
doesn't
cuts.
care. He wants it.
Okay, but I mean, do you think that's the fallout is from EV
Nah,
cuts, or
my-
do you think he's genuine
nah,
about wanting to
I'm gonna
cut
tell you,
spending?
bro. You haven't even said my option. What I think has happened is their AI chips are broken in both of those robots. AI Elon and AI Trump are broken, bro.
Oh man, you're saying they robots?
Bro,
You saying
I'm
not
saying
of
they're
this world?
T99s, bro.
is this the part in The Simpsons where like both of the candidates pull the hat and they're both aliens?
It is.
Okay.
Except now they're not
Actually-
like actual candidates, but
Wait,
it's
wait.
like
Wait, stop the presses. It just reminded me of something just now. Trump tweeted out or truthed out a couple days ago that Biden was assassinated or some shit, right? That Biden was sent to death, to his death in 2020. And there's been videos of Biden looking a little. We commented on one short we had. If you keep going back through our shorts, you should look at all of our shorts playlists on the thing. It's in the show notes. There's, you know, his skin getting a little loose, a little loosey goosey skin around the eyeball, around the neck.
He doing some robot movements. Like when you see him when he sat down, it looked like he was either a robot or he shit his pants. Now he is like 9,000 years old, so he could have shit his pants. But like, also,
I mean, the earlobes.
he also had
the same.
he also had
6 foot one
cancer.
time.
You know, if it is him, he also had cancer the whole time he's president. Ladies and gentlemen, they
Mhm.
hid that from us.
Mhm.
Our sitting president had cancer while running, before running, and during presidency. That could answer a lot of questions on why he wasn't so active.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, why would Trump drop it out there and people were just like, okay, whatever? It's kind of weird, right? Like, why would you mention that shit?
Because he's retarded.
Oh,
Well, isn't that
man.
why we love him? 'Cause
Man,
Isn't that why we love him? Because he's a little bit. He's got a little bit of tism. Isn't that also why we love Elon? Is because he's got a little bit of tism.
yeah, they both got the tiz.
Yeah, bro. Like
It's his.
Tiz. As
risen
they
with
used
the
to say
tism,
in
baby.
Shakespearean times.
Thy tis.
I mean, sure, man. I don't know. But or it could be Trump's like every now and again, Trump actually says what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, a lot of people saying Elon on the cat.
You guys just ruined Tis the season for me forever.
He on the cat. That's what they say. He's doing these movements. He's like tweaking out. Like,
do people know what
you know?
ketamine is?
I mean, my
Are
understanding
people
is
aware of
something.
ketamine?
More in a K-hole, but that could. But listen, wait.
Kale, you'd be like zonked out, right?
What if?
Or the
Listen,
Neuralink.
Trump doesn't do drugs, and he hasn't, and he doesn't ever surround himself. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on, bro. Your average 16-year-old today probably knows more about drugs than Trump does, and probably has more drug and drinking experience than Trump does. He's a billionaire.
Hmm.
You know, he lost his brother to alcoholism. He doesn't
Trump
do
says
that.
he's
shit
never drank or been drunk.
That's what he says. I mean,
Yeah.
and why would you lie about something like that? There's no reason.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
there isn't any report of anybody countering that claim.
I mean, people are saying Elon said himself.
Where do
that
you
he
think
does
bro got that
drugs.
dance, man?
Yo, post that.
I don't
Post that.
believe-
Trump in the blow era. No way he was sober.
Yeah, bro. Where do you think
Yeah,
you got
he
that
says.
fucking dance, bro? That's from
Right.
cocaine, man.
He's listen, Coast.
that's
We're
cocaine and
you're talking
hookers,
about
man.
a red-blooded American man.
Exactly.
Eats fucking
That was
McDonald's
back.
hamburgers.
That's back when
Fucking
cocaine was okay.
Bags
Coast.
these
Cocaine
Eastern
was
Euro
okay.
hotties.
That's
I'm just
before
saying.
cocaine was drugs. He never did drugs.
Cocaine was accepted then.
It's not a drug until it's on the schedule. Okay. All right, guys, we gotta make some decisions here. Who we with? Who we with?
I'm with America, baby. I'm with
None of
fucking
them.
America. I want
America divided
no
now,
fucking
man.
taxes. Fuck the IRS. Why are they taking my money? Are they working?
ZiLLY,
Palantir
you know
coming
who,
for
you
you.
already know who
Are
I'm
they
with,
paying
bro.
for the gas? What are they going to give me?
I don't know who you're
65
with.
cents a mile for my
Jesus
drive?
Christ.
What happens if I pop a tire? They're going to pay me on my fucking tire? No. Fuck the government. They don't get any of our money. They should already figure that shit out with their fucking trade deficits. Why are they relying on Americans to do that? That's crazy, dude.
I mean, how many promises have not been fulfilled? I got to be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed. We were told that there would be the ERS and not the IRS. That
That's
was
what
a
I'm
promise
saying.
made to us.
No taxes. Fuck
I mean,
all that shit.
We were told that, equal trade. And China out here fucking circles, I think. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. We were told that crypto regulation would be clear as day. They got it on lock. We good to go.
I mean, that
And
has
XRP
been
still
getting-
fucking
there has been a lot of
languishing
and banks are allowed to have crypto custody. Like things are moving.
This happening.
Everything is kind of laid low with that kind of stuff. Especially if they're going to use crypto to be the way they surveil all of our money. Right?
Lucas brought it up. Very important. We were told Canada 51st state. Governor Carney hasn't given up Canada yet.
If the United States goes into a full-on death spiral, then Canada's coming with us, boys. Canada's coming.
Canada going with China, man.
It's
No,
impossible.
Japanese.
It's not possible.
It's not
Like,
possible.
geographically, it is not possible for us to side with anybody but the U.S.
Think so?
I do.
Oh
All right.
yeah, bro.
All right. But regardless, we ain't got no Greenland. We ain't got no Canada. We ain't got no freaking
Yet.
Ain't happened yet.
Say a couple of our fathers, and maybe it'll happen, man.
I don't know, bro.
Not
Are
enough
we in the
people
end
aspirate.
times, boys? Are we in the end
We are.
times?
We are, bro.
Are we seeing the rapid progression of like things that happen on it started, I feel like maybe 2012. It started to get from
we
like
jumped timelines.
things
I
would
really do.
happen. Things would happen every like month or maybe like every couple months. Things would happen, and then it would be like every 3 months, and then like every month, and then like it's getting to like every week, and now we're getting closer to our timeline, and it's like every other day, and now it's like every fucking 12 hours something crazy is happening. Is that just because of technology? I don't know, but
It's over. Look, I'm gonna tell you, if that was the only factor, I would say, yeah, maybe it's just technology.
Well, to be fair,
There's
everything
there's
really
some other
changed.
things that are going on, my bro. There are some other things at play that are suspicious, to say the least.
Wait, what are you
To
talking about,
me,
man?
probable cause for the end times, to say, like, in my opinion.
Lay it out. You think that what? What do you think's going on?
I think that the world turning on Israel,
That's a
I
big
think
factor.
it's a big factor. I think the amount of people and the amount of people with influence turning to God is a big factor. I think that the war in Russia is a big factor. Yeah.
But for the good or for the worse, or the worse before the good?
I mean, it's end times. You take it how you want it, bro. If you look, I'll say it this. I'll say it like this. It's bad if you're not at peace with your maker. It's not a good time, because it's the end times. So, like,
You really think
after
so?
this, if you're,
Because people were saying during World War II it was the end times, or World War I is the end time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
The beginning of the end, maybe.
Yeah, that
But
doesn't.
the doomsday clock has never been closer. And listen, the truth hides in plain sight. So if they had to tell you that the end of the world is coming, well, what's the best way to do it in a fun manner? Oh, they have this big fucking clock that they move the hand closer and closer to midnight. And like we're at like, what is the doomsday clock at right now?
They keep adding minutes to the doomsday clock, I feel like, though. But listen, I mean, Elon did say something today that I think maybe is a good thing. He said, how about a new political party that represents the other 80%? Can we what do you think? Are we done, government? I'm kind of done with any government.
That sounds like Canada, bro.
89 seconds to midnight, bro. And that was January 2020. January 28, 2025, bro. We're like an hour. We're less than an hour and a half. No,
brother. I'm gonna just say this.
2 hours.
The Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church have been separated for thousands of years. The head bishop and the Pope have been chilling, bro. They've met twice in the last 11 days. End times are here, bro.
Well, I shouldn't have moved my Paraguay trip to December, but
no, you should have just went there.
Yeah.
It's over now.
I mean, they're saying the cataclysm coming. I hope not. I hope that this is just, look, can these two gentlemen of such high esteem and status, all right, maybe the kind of men that maybe Michael Sartain might be talking about when he talks about men of status, all right, can these two gentlemen settle the beef? I mean, you know, this is more hardcore than Kendrick Drake. All right, Kendrick Drake ain't got nothing on Trump, Elon.
Calling someone a pedophile is different than saying someone the reason why American public hasn't heard about the Epstein files is because the sitting president is implicated in those
Hey,
files.
listen,
Saying that
I do
is a
recall
big
Kendrick delivering his most famous line about Drake. You know, the A minor. So I mean, he pulled that card.
Yeah, but that was not even like that was a hypothetical or a theoretical, metaphorical fucking statement. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor.
You hear that?
And
You hear that, Kendrick
it
bots?
was a double entendre. That was trying to be lyrical. That had nothing to actually. That wasn't even it. It was when he directly called him a pedophile. That was the one. The A minor part is actually really great because it's really good writing. It's really great writing.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's really good writing. It's creative. I'm sorry. That's a creative line. Fresh will give it. Fresh will give it. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor, and then
Which side am I going to have to take on the show?
Listen, he holds a minor and a minor chord, like that specific part of the song. All right.
You want my actual opinion?
We're getting some nukes now.
Okay. I think that the concept was super dope. The problem with that is he struck a major chord when he said A minor. And when I heard it and I was like, that's not even A minor. It's not even a minor chord. It was B. Actually, sorry, it was B sharp. And so you can't hit B sharp when you're saying A minor and say you cooked, in my opinion. But I will say, I'm from Toronto. I'm biased. It is what it is, bro. I've accepted my bias.
This is how gentlemen speak to one another. Listen,
he could blame it on the producer, bro. He could blame that on the producer. He said it was in A minor. I don't know. He told me.
You know who can blame the producer? Some guy who has 3,000 followers on X. You know, can't the guy who does the Super Bowl, my bro. You got to know. You got to make sure. You got to be like, hey, bro, what's that chord?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I think that the concept was really, it would have been cool if he would have
like a sudden minor chord, like Phantom of the Opera or some shit.
Well,
that was the point with him. That's what the point of him holding A minor is. He was trying to hold an A minor chord while saying that word.
But hit a B sharp.
Because he said trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor, and he's saying that like in a way because he's talking about pedophilia and sexual intentions with minors, but then also the layer to it that is creative is that he was trying to strike a chord. But hey, listen, Fresh, the counter to your statement is his full sentence is he's trying to strike a chord. And then he says A minor, and he doesn't quite hit A minor. He's trying to strike a chord. So you don't know.
Typical Kendrick fan.
But
typical Kendrick fan. Typical Kendrick fan.
I'm a lyricist. I'm breaking down the words. All right. So now let's break down the words of Trump and Elon.
Part of the beat, and
that's segue back to the center.
Yeah. So you see,
whose side are we taking? Come on now.
No,
what are we doing here?
I'm not taking side, bro. I told you whose side I'm on already, bro.
No,
bro. He doesn't have any play in the game till he's the 51st, bro.
Yo, DJT tweeted out that totally was a Nazi salute that Elon did, by the way.
Did he do that? No, come on now. A lot of these fake. A lot of these are fake. We got to verify that
they're funny. They're funny. I don't care.
I mean, he tried to make an argument for the big, beautiful bill. He said, what did he say here? I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress. Come on, Trump. Come on, bro. Trump, I mean, I know
What
he's got to
is
be Trump,
fucking
but
in there, bro?
one of the greatest
All right,
bills ever.
This is why I'm pissed, bro. We have fucking AI that can automatically generate like some fucking wild, fantastic bullshit video of some bullshit, but it can't accurately describe exactly what happens in this fucking crazy ass bill
It
that's
does.
about
We
to be
know
passed.
what's in it. They're finding all kinds of crazy.
Finding. Why wouldn't
Why? I just
bro?
don't understand
Why
why.
would you ever just to fucking send that bitch to an to AI and then it fucking immediately summarizes all of it in like 2 minutes and it tells you exactly how it's going to be broken down.
That's not the issue, though. I don't. It's not the. Well, they did say you didn't have time to read it, but I agree with you. Like, put that shit in Perplexity and let's go. Put it in whatever Google.
Run it on all of them. Fuck
Yeah.
it. There should be the government should have a paid subscription to AI if we're about to be fucking unlimiting their access for 10 years. We should probably use the product.
Yeah. I mean, I think now the argument that we didn't have time to read the bill. You can put that bill in AI. It'll tell you what's in it. And then, but my problem is like with Trump, it's like, I mean, he puts, okay, so here's what he says. He says in the bill, oh no, and then Scott Bessent Treasury Secretary did a whole thread on, what it is. But I don't give a shit because you can raise all the money you want and do all the tax cuts you want, but unless you're cutting spending, and then that shit means fucking jack diddly squat. And they couldn't even find $1 to cut. It's just ridiculous, man. Like, you can't increase taxes. You cannot increase taxes and not cut spending. Because who's going to pay for it? The Fed's going to pay for it. It's gonna shit out a bunch of money, and then there's going to be inflation down the road, which is what we're feeling now from all the COVID years. That inflation's caught up with us. So shit's expensive. Nobody wants to talk about it. It's like you can't just like keep raising this budget and have sky high whatever. Even if you're doing tax cuts. We're paying for it later. They got to cut this shit. But they don't want to do any of that. So I do sympathize with Elon, man. He put a lot on the line. He put a lot of work in, and he didn't get anything for it. He got zero, literally zero, for all that effort. Doge is nothing. Like I don't give a fuck that you just made a new agency. Great, yet another government agency that doesn't do shit. So it's just like I kind of side with Elon on this, just as someone who knows what it feels like, even in a very small way, to put a lot of effort in something and know what it feels like when that shit just does not happen and you wasted all that time and energy and whatever, and it wasn't your fault. So I'm feeling Elon, man. Right now, I'm on Elon's side. Maybe one aspiring entrepreneur to another. I'm feeling the pain that Elon's feeling. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, he still is the richest man in the world. So,
whose side are you on, Deezy?
Trump's a rich man, but Elon's richer. Whose side am I on? Fuck, dude. I said it earlier. I'm on America's side. I want to see America win. So, I mean, I think
America cannot win unless we get this fucking. There's only two ways America can win.
The bill is no good. I don't think the bill is no good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trump. Don't think it's no good.
I don't know why they didn't do more negotiation.
AI for 10 years. Can't do that. I agree with capitalism, but there needs to be some restrictions on emerging technology. I think that there needs to be something there.
I don't know.
I mean, with emerging medicines, we don't just let people fucking free willy inject shit into other people and test it out. Like there's like
but we should
actual trial shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you test,
but we should let them
slow roll stuff.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I'm tired of government. My anarchist side is kicking in now. Fuck it. There's only two ways out of this.
Well, then AI is the supreme ruler, bro. That's it. That's your only option right now. That's what you're gonna get. Except the government controls it, and that's the problem.
That's the plan, man. AI controls the world.
I'll give it all up.
Government controls the AI.
A small plot of land, bro. I don't need none of this shit. Turn it all off.
Think so?
I don't need none of this shit either, bro.
Turn it all the fuck off right now.
I don't know about that. I like technology. I don't care. what I'm saying is, government is not going to solve your problems. Stop looking to the government to be the solution. The solution is the producers of the world. That's basically where Elon was. He's like, I ain't going to give no more money to none of these motherfuckers. I'm just going to have to build all these AIs and robots to do everything and increase the GDP by however much so we can make up for whatever it is. And I think he's right. I do think it was a mistake for him to burn this bridge. You know, I think it was a mistake to burn the bridge. Just
I mean,
go off quietly tonight, produce shit, and let's just get these GDPs up. You know what I'm saying?
On August 12th, 1986, Ronald Reagan said during a press conference in Chicago, Illinois,
GDPs, Illinois,
whatever. The 9 most terrifying words in English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
No one's coming to save us. No one's coming to save us, man. Government's bullshit. It's too corrupt. It's too bloated. Everybody's out for their own. It's over. We just got to build AI. I mean, that's where I'm like, I'm not against technology. It's like AI and robots. That's the only thing that's going to produce a GDP that can then keep up with the amount of debt that we have. We have to produce more. That's basically what it comes down to. And I think, Elon's at the cutting edge of that.
Battle, bro. That's such a futile battle.
No, man, that's the way it's always been. We've
well,
always
making
outproduced
robots, bro. They're gonna eventually get it to where the robots are making the robots, and that's an issue. Then
it's Wally World. I'm gonna sit in my freaking thing and eat junk food and just be a fat ass and just.
When the robots are fully constructing other robots, then we have a big issue, bro. Especially if it's autonomous and it is just doing it on its own fashion.
Bro, we're gonna be robots.
Bro, if we don't watch out, we're gonna make them sentient, and the minute they become sentient, this shit is slavery, my bro.
Yeah, when we have enough of them. If there's not that many, then we'll be all right. But when we get to the point where all your Uber deliveries are drones and everyone's driving a Tesla or owns one that's doing a cyber taxi, and then when everything is an autonomous unit that can drive or operate by itself, all of those things effectively become weapons. And I don't know if you saw the movie that the Obamas were directors of. I'm pretty sure you guys saw it. What was it called?
Shit. I forgot the name.
But all the Teslas just fucking start acting on their own, and they drive into
Don't Look Up.
No,
it's not Don't Look Up.
That's the asteroid movie with Leonardo. Leave it behind, or leave whatever. Leave it all behind. Is that what it is? Am I making that up? Well,
leave the world behind. Yes,
leave the world behind. There you go. Yeah, I mean, that might start happening. Who knows? Now that,
but if there's enough of them, include all of that, the autonomous cars, drones for delivery, all that shit. Plus, people start getting humanoid robots, and then you have all the security robots, and then all that shit. If you have a bunch of them, enough that equal or outnumber humans, then you have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And if the robots are making themselves, and you have a super large number of the robots, because then you have a hive mind problem, singularity. If that kind of shit occurs and it gains dominance over multiple levels of communication, and it could watch this, it could hear. Have you seen GoldenEye? Yes. Or not GoldenEye, Eagle Eye. It's not GoldenEye.
No, I know what you're saying, man. Listen. I don't know. I don't know about all this stuff, but I don't know. I just like to see our boys.
Yes, it is Eagle Eye.
Our homies. I like to see. I'd like to go back to a month ago. Everyone united, trying to figure this shit out. It feels like I'm getting blackpilled here with all this stuff going on, but what are you gonna do?
Buy guns and ammunition while they're still legal, bro. Get out there. That's one thing you can say that's great. I'm pretty sure you got rid of the tax stamp for suppressors, so fuck yeah. Go buy a suppressor.
Let's end the show on that.
Cut.